Good evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. So, as it says here, your opportunity starts here. It starts here if you decide that this is something that you would be interested in doing. So, my name's Audrey Patterson. 13 years ago, I came across something like this in Women in Home magazine. I actually wasn't looking for anything. I had health challenges, and that's why I came across it. Everybody finds it at a different time. All of these people are in different backgrounds. Chris is the person that I found. These two people here. This lady was a farmer. Her husband was a surveyor. Chris was a retail director, and her husband was in a direct. He was a director of a retail company as well. This girl was a teacher. Lady owned cash and carry. This lady was a solicitor, policewoman, financial advisor, cabin crew, and corporate. All different backgrounds, but all with one thing in mind. They were unhappy in their situation at that time and knew there had to be something more than what they were actually doing, and forever filled that gap because they've all been in it more than 10 years, some of them more than 20 years, some of them close on 30 years. We live in a changing world. Energy prices are increased by 95%. I don't know about you, but my electricity bill was £500 last month. Average food prices now, this says 10%. I actually don't agree with that. I actually think it's closer to 30%. The average mortgage rates have gone up from 1.6 to 5.2. Disposable income per person falls 4.3%, and budgets are being stretched. So people are looking at it for lots of different reasons than what they would have before. Could be just to put a wee bit extra in their pocket. It could be because they're maybe worried about, the bills, maybe putting better food on the table. And it could be they're stressed, they want better health as well. Again, 23 million working in the UK said their income is not enough for a comfortable lifestyle. 9 million people in the UK said they needed a second income. 60% are looking for flexible working. People are needing to fill the income gap quickly. What are people looking for? Well, more money, flexible working hours, time to enjoy life. These are all the things that were important to me. I had 2 weeks maternity leave when my son was born. He was born on the 26th of January. Coming up to financial year end, I put my phone on. I had 9 referrals. I was back working and I never had any choices. So my biggest thing is choices. But then that's peace of mind. It's also security. I now have a better work-life balance. I can go for a walk whenever I want, and I fit it flexibly around what I currently do, and in turn it gives me more money in my pocket. So if you're thinking something has to change and I need to earn some extra money, there are a few things that you could look at, and one of them would be retrain. Open a traditional business. I did that. I owned a restaurant that was in one of the properties I actually owned, and it probably costs us between £40,000 and £50,000 to actually open it. And I can tell you it was stressful, and that was not during COVID. So anybody that's thinking about a traditional business, things like that have just changed beyond recognition as well. There's much more pressure on somebody doing, something like a traditional business. Franchises. My husband actually, when we sold our financial services business back in 2010, when things were changing, and my husband bought a franchise, and it was advertising space in school magazines. And unfortunately, we got no support. It costs us a lot of money to get into it, and it costs a lot of money in legal fees to get out. And the other thing you might think about is e-commerce, do an e-commerce website. It all requires considerable investment and time to actually learn to do it. If you look at what people are maybe doing at the moment, maybe hospitality, driving and delivering, Amazon, Just Eat, freelancing, writing, data entry, picking and packing. But the minimum wage is £9.50 an hour, and you're going to have to give up your time to get that money. Forever, we're in health, income and lifestyle for all the family. It's a privately owned company, and this is some of the things that I really loved when I saw the business. Privately owned company, the man who started it was actually until 2 years ago still running it. Unfortunately, he passed away, but his family are still running it. So it's been successfully trading for over 40 years. Cash rich and debt free. They've never borrowed a penny from the bank, and they actually own all the assets, and that underpins the business. If you're going to put time and effort into something, you want to make sure that what you're doing, you're going to be rewarded, and the company will be there to reward you. I mean, there's a network marketing business that's just gone out of business last week. People put time and effort into it, and unfortunately the company wasn't structured properly and they're left high and dry. This is a multi-billion-dollar company and it's underpinned by assets. So what they actually do is they open an office in every country. We're in over 160 countries. This one here is our office in Warwick. It's a grade 2 listed building and it was bought for cash. Now you as a business owner have access to that. You can go and visit that office and work out of it. That's the office in Arizona, and these are other countries. And if you're in any of those countries, you can go along, give your number and work out of that office. And I've tested that. I tested it in Greece. I tested it in Malta. So give it a go. Because if you think about starting a traditional business, could you actually open a business within 24 hours in another country? What do we do? It's a global success of business owners. We show the potential of the business and the company pay bonuses for that. The company is a power of us retailing profit to customers. That's the first level of income. So for instance, you chat to somebody and you say, I really like this product. I really feel it's made a difference. They maybe notice that you're looking better and then they decide to buy it as well. That's the first level of income. That's called retail profit. Now, if we then look at what else you could do, you can develop a regular customer base. And that would be just people at the school gates who couldn't use an extra income. They may decide, I want to do the same as you. And that £200 to £400 can actually can go towards gas, phone, electricity, water, but it could put better food on the table. And you can actually do that just with a regular customer base. Asking people to swap what they're already using and buy your brand of products. We give them a 60-day money-back guarantee. 0.5% is what's returned. And they might catch the bug as soon as they join. This is exactly what happened to me. And think, I can do more of that. And it's like affiliate marketing then. Who are your customers? Friends and family, people at the school gates, people in the office, people at the gym, social media contacts, local communities. It's very different if you go to, for instance, if you go into Amazon and buy something, you're putting a profit into someone's pocket, but you don't know who they are. Really what you're doing here is supporting small business. So a part-time income, this is where it becomes very interesting, and you develop a small team. So if you think about that, someone will try the product and they'll like it and they'll tell someone else, and then that person might think, I could do the same, I could recommend that. That's you actually developing a small team, and it's a small team of people believing that that product actually works with a 60-day money-back guarantee. And that process is very, very simple to do. And again, some people might think, well, I can actually extend that further. I would like to replace my income and £800 to £3,000 a month. Now, I like to talk about this as being a pension income as well, because if you're over 35, you may have one eye on pensions. And I'll speak to people and I'll ask them, when do you want to retire? They'll say age 60. And when I say to them they need to have a pension pot of £400,000, nobody ever has. So unless you have a plan in place for your pension, then you really should start sooner rather than later. The cost of delay is huge. When I earned £2,000 per month in 10 hours that I didn't have, and all I actually did at that time was got a belief in the product. Some of my friends said that they could see the difference. They did the same thing. They then spoke to their friends, and that's how I built an organic team. And I earned £2,000 per month. But that £2,000 per month is the equivalent of a £400,000 pension pot. So the power of that is huge. But what would you want to do with that? It could be holidays. It could be just treating your kids, and it could be you want to do something in your garden, house extension, whatever it is. Connect with what you're doing and why you're doing it. And you can do anything with this business. So who are our team? People looking for a change of direction. People who need a second income. People who want more control of their lives. People who want more flexibility. Actually, everybody, if you think about it, who couldn't use some extra money in their pocket, and who wouldn't want to look better, feel better, and enjoy more, better health and more energy. You might actually look at this and think, I can't even see how that could happen. This can happen. It's just the power of believing a product works and sharing that. and then other people share it and other people share it, but they're all under your number. So when I say affiliate, you have introduced them and you're rewarded very, very generously by the company. And the residual income. Now, residual for me was a big word because that then sounds similar to having a pension income. So again, if you have a £400,000 pension pot, that will give you a residual income of what you want, whether it be via an annuity or be a flexible retirement. And you can take an income between £3,000 and £20,000 per month from this. The company are very, very generous. There are no shareholders, and Rex, when he set up this business, he wanted to help people. The mission statement is integrity, empathy, and fun, and we have a lot of fun. We have Forever to Drive, where we pay a bonus to you, and it's paid to you over a 3-year period, subject to your business staying on a level of turnover. And travel. We've been in some amazing trips. We were on that trip in Cancun. We were also in California, Dallas. South Fork is one of the offices. That was one of my goals, actually, because it really connected with me. My mum and I used to watch a television program called Dallas. We also went to Greece. Next year, actually, there are a few trips before that. This year, there's a trip to Bali. There's one to Pattaya, and next year it's to India. The company, what they actually do is they give you a flight allocation. Now, the flight allocation took the 3 of us, and it took us from Glasgow to, let's talk about Cancun. When it took us from Glasgow to Cancun, we actually made it a 2-week holiday. So we had more days in Cancun, but the company put us up 5-star all-inclusive in the Moon Palace Resort. So take a look at that, because the hotel was just amazing. Again, we're the world's leading health and wellness products. We're certified with the Aloe Alliance Council. We've got the Leaping Bunny, we've got kosher halal, we're gluten-free, and also we've got a 60-day money-back guarantee. But we're also the world's largest grower of aloe vera. Our aloe vera is hand-planted, it's naturally grown, it's filleted and stabilised. It's not tested in animals, it's actually tested on the directors to be used in animals. And we package in Tetra Paks. So we are very, very environmentally friendly as well. The benefits of aloe vera. It helps support immune function, great for glowing skin, shiny hair and strong nails. It's a soothing digestive aid for gastrointestinal health, and it promotes health and well-being. Now, for instance, where would you find a customer? So we've just moved home. We had a handyman in the house and he told me his wife had fibromyalgia. I told him that we have amazing results with our product. He took 3 products for his wife, and I got an amazing message from his wife today to say, I managed actually to walk upstairs. I've not been in years been able to put weight on my hips. I really feel a difference. As yet, I have not had a fibromyalgia flare-up, but it has definitely helped my arthritis. Now, that is the kind of message I get all the time. So what we do is we help people who are looking for better health. We have lots of different areas that we can concentrate as well. We've got nutrition, sports and weight management, we have skincare, and we have daily care. Now, we've actually picked up 40 awards. Our products are just amazing. But again, we give a 60-day money-back guarantee. The turnover of the company is over 2 billion, and 0.5% of that is what's returned. So the products work, but you need to believe that. And once you believe that, then it's share the benefits with some of your friends and learn some skills. We have innovative products. Now, this collagen, we've sold it out 5 times. We now have a stable supply. It's the very best of nature combined with cutting edge science. Now, I've just turned 60, and for me, it was looking better. That's what I would like. And I wanted the fine lines to get better. They did. But the biggest thing that really helped with was my joint health. I've not been to the chiropractor in 6 months, and I was going 6 weekly. We have weight management systems. We have 3 weight management systems. This one is called DX, and it's cutting edge science, and it's a body balancing system. So this is for mind, body and soul. We've also got this Clean 9, which is weight management as well. And we've got a Fit 15 program. Did you know that 50% increase in customers seeking immune supporting supplements since COVID? Now that makes sense because people were obviously really worried about what was going to happen with their health during and after COVID, because obviously COVID's still not disappeared. Vitamin D is the most sought after vitamin. And again, what we talk about, if you're north of Birmingham, you need to supplement with vitamin D, and that's because of the low light. Vitamin supplement market is worth 1.5 billion. Increased demand for plant-based foods and beverages. People are now looking at vegan, they're looking at soya milk, almond milk. If you go into the supermarket now, there are so many different choices, and it's because people are making these choices on their health. The skincare market is worth 2.2 billion, and the global market of the weight management market remains 470 billion. All we're actually doing is tapping into these areas and asking people to swap what they're currently doing. To start your Forever business, it's a global business license to trade in 160 countries. Now, this one blew my mind. When we started the restaurant, as I said, we invested probably 40, we didn't intend spending 50, but it got close to that by the time. Health and safety, everybody added their part on. I actually bought this box of products. It was £199.75. I got a money back guarantee on it. Anything I bought over and above that, I got a 30% discount. And as I brought my team up, that discount went up to 48%. So on all of my product sales at the moment, I get a 48% discount. So why would I go to Boots or go to any other company to buy my products that have massively benefited me and my family's life? We have a business blueprint developed over 40 years. We have a personal business coaching mentor, not just me. We have 2 other people and also Sideline that will help you build your business. One collection to use, duplicate collection to recommend, your own web store, a supportive community, and you have access to online and printed support materials. The website that you actually get is it's phenomenal. If you thought how much you would have to spend to get a website up and running, and you have an international web store that you can put your business to 160 countries as soon as you start. But why would you be looking at the business? Because there's something that's brought you here in the first place. But the only thing that's going to make you work is connecting with your why. So what is it? Is it you want a work-life balance? That was definitely my mind. Making a difference, that was a big one of mine. Legacy, I want to leave something for my son. Travel, we've had amazing trips, and as I said, the trips that we've still got. New home, we've just moved to a new home. There's lots of plans that I've got with this. Personal growth, there's lots of things I said I wouldn't do, but actually as I've developed, I wanted to do them. We never ask you to do something, but if you feel comfortable and as you develop, then you may want to do that. And it could be just extra income. But what would that look like? You want to be debt free, you want financial independence, pension, school fees, stability, time, just time to do the things that you want. Because we're all in this hamster wheel where we're controlled by life, and on a Friday we fall off and just, get on, do all the things that you have to do and get back up on a Monday and start again. Is this the right time? And you might think, I don't have time. I had no time. I had 3 businesses when I started this. I was really vulnerable in that my career was changing. I also wanted better health, so I definitely was in for that. When I got a belief in the product, I then thought, how can I actually slot this in? I then slotted it in and earned £2,000 per month in 10 hours that I didn't physically have. So we coach you to do that. Forever provides an incredible opportunity to give you control of your life. Get your questions answered and come and join us. Now, the last part, my commitment to you. Once you know what your why is and you know that it's the right time, I've been a financial advisor, an independent financial advisor for over 37 years. As part of your growth, I will personally mentor you to achieve what you want with Forever and allow you to retire flexibly when you decide, not the government decide. Because one of the things that's changing massively with pensions is, if you were born, I was 1963, my state pension age is going to be 66, 67, 68, mine's 67. If you were born after me, unfortunately, I think it's going to change to 69 and possibly 72. Can you actually see you doing your job until you're 69 or 72? And if you don't, what are your choices? Part of my commitment to you will be that I will mentor you to put the plan in place for you to actually retire. So thank you for joining tonight, and any questions you've got, please come back to me and let me answer your questions, because I'm sure you'll have lots. When I saw this presentation, I couldn't sleep because I was so excited. I bought that box of products, £199.75. I put it on a Visa card because it was December. Right away, I had a launch night, and not right away in the December, in the March, when I committed to actually, the products were working. And I had a night in the restaurant, everybody asked me why I looked different. When I had that launch night, I actually made £500 just because people saw a difference in me. So if it's a good time for you, I would love to show you more. Take care. Have a good night.